Every morning I wake up. I do one thing before I eat, before I speak to anyone, before I even look at the clock. I have done this one thing for over 80 years. Doctors could not explain it. My own children thought I was strange for it. But I am 101 years old, and I am still here. And I believe, with everything left in me, that this one habit is the reason why. I am 101 years old. I was born in 1923 into a world that looked nothing like this one. No television, no telephone on the wall. My father woke before the sun, and my mother was already in the kitchen before he did. We did not talk about wellness back then. We did not talk about routines or morning rituals or habits. We just lived. We just moved. We did what the day required, and then we slept, and then we got up and did it again. And somewhere inside all of that, without me even knowing it, the habit found me. Every morning of my life, without exception, I walked. That's it. That's the whole secret. I walked. Not fast, not far, not with any equipment or any program or any particular destination in mind. I just stepped outside and I put one foot in front of the other and I let the world be whatever it was going to be that day. When I was young, I walked to work. When I was middle-aged, I walked after dinner with my wife, her hand in mine, neither of us saying much because we had already said everything worth saying by then. When she passed, I walked alone, and I cried while I walked, and the walking held me together when nothing else could. When my knees got bad, I walked slower. When my back gave me trouble, I walked shorter distances, but I never stopped. Not once in over 80 years did I wake up and decide that today was a day I did not need to walk. Now I want to tell you something that took me a long time to understand about this habit. It was never really about the body. I know that sounds strange coming from a man who is telling you walking kept him alive, but the walking was never about the legs or the lungs or the heart, though I believe it helped all of those things. The walking was about the mind. Every morning when I stepped outside, I was telling myself something. I was saying, you are still here. You still belong to this world. This air is yours to breathe. This light is yours to stand in. You have not been finished yet. And when you tell yourself that every single morning for 80 years, your body starts to believe it too. I buried my wife. I buried 2 of my closest friends. I watched the world change so many times I stopped being surprised by it. There were mornings I did not want to get up, mornings the bed felt safer than the world outside that window, and on every single one of those mornings I got up anyway. I put on my shoes anyway. I stepped outside anyway, not because I felt like it, not because I was strong, but because the habit was stronger than my worst days. That's what a real habit does. It carries you when you cannot carry yourself. I am 101 years old, and I have not much left to want. I have had my life. I have loved people deeply and been loved back. I have made mistakes I cannot undo, and I have made peace with most of them. I do not fear what is coming. A man who has walked as far as I have walked is not afraid of the last mile. But every morning that God gives me, however many are left, I will step outside. I will feel the ground under my feet. I will breathe whatever air is out there, and I will walk. Slowly now, very slowly, but forward, always forward. If you are younger than me, and I imagine most of you are, I am not telling you to walk. I am telling you to find the one thing that keeps you tethered to this life, the one thing that gets you out of bed on the days you do not want to get out of bed. Find it, and then do it every day, without negotiation, without excuses, without waiting until you feel ready. Because the habit is not something you do when life is easy. The habit is what you become when life is hard. The days you choose to show up, even when every part of you wants to disappear, those are the days that add up. Those are the days that become a life.